Good morning and welcome to Member Focus Monday. I'm Christina Schaefer, Director of Social Media for HAR, and I'm joined by a familiar face to the HAR members this morning, HAR's Director of Video Services, Claudia Hernandez. Welcome back to our program, Claudia.
Hey, thanks for having me again.
Thank you for joining us. This is not your first appearance on our program, obviously. We love getting updates from you and hearing everything that we need to know about video marketing. For those members, though, that may not quite know who you are just yet, if you don't mind, just tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do for HAR's members.
Of course. So my name is Claudia Hernandez. I'm the Director of Video Services for HAR. I started as an intern with HAR about 12 years ago, almost this summer. I was a student at U of H. And then once I graduated, I was hired on full time and was a production assistant first, and then slowly made my way up to director. And so my services include providing video services for the HIR members and for the association as a whole. And that includes all of our departments like social media, governmental affairs, tree pack, membership. So that is my job, is to create content for both the members and the association.
So if we see a video coming out from HAR, you were probably behind that video.
Correct. Yeah. So I would say 99% of the time it's my video.
Wonderful. Well, I have a lot of questions for you, and I'm sure our members are going to have questions live for you as well. But let's just jump right into it. And I want to talk about scripts because I think that we might struggle with what should I say, what should I not say. We know that it's important for realtors to have an elevator pitch. Does an elevator pitch make a good intro video? What are your suggestions when it comes to script writing?
I get this question a lot, and it's mainly about I don't know what to say, and it's usually, it's always the confusion. And I get it from both ends of the spectrum. People that have been in the business for, 20 years, and people that are brand new, and they're stuck on what to include in their script.
Mhm.
So 100%, of course, this is the video that we produce in the HRTV studio for you is meant to be like an elevator pitch, a promo video, a 30-second to 1 minute video. Short, sweet, to the point. Some of the mistakes that I see people make when they're creating these scripts and their videos is that they're including more information than is needed. At the end of the day, the consumer just wants to know how you're going to help them sell their home at top dollar or get the home that they want, their dream home, find them their dream home. And things like, I used to work for this Fortune 500 company, and I have 30 years of experience in graphic design, and then I became a realtor. Those types of things don't help the consumer understand or know that you're going to win this bid for me.
Mhm.
So keeping those types of things out of the script really helps keep it short and also concise and to the point. The point is, I'm going to negotiate to get you the best price on your home, and I'm going to work really hard to find the home that you love and you want for your family. So getting those points across is what's most important. I've had people that come in and they're new to the business. They're like, "Well, what do I say? I haven't sold anything." Well, you just introduce yourself and you include your strong suits. I'm really good at communicating. I have strong negotiation skills, great communication skills,
Mhm.
great, I'm really friendly, I'm really outgoing. I will be, all these things, none of this requires experience, hard work, this work ethic that you evolve into, none of that requires experience. So even if you're new, you can come up with a script that describes who you are and your personal attributes that will convert into helping the consumer to find their home or sell their home.
Okay, that makes sense. I think that we might struggle with that because we feel like we need to say everything in that video. But I think what you're trying to say here is it's to remember it's an intro video and we don't have to state it all up front.
Yeah, and logistically, just as when we're going to talk about this later, but
Mhm.
this video that we produce at HRTV, we place it on your HAR profile for you and on your HR website. There's a spot on your HR website and profile to include your bio, and that's where you
Mhm.
include, I graduated from UT, summa cum laude, whatever attributes you want to add in there. That's where those go. And in the video, you can say, check out my website for more information, read my description, give me a call to learn more. That doesn't need to be in the video. That there's another place for that for sure. Yeah, include that in your website, but the video is meant to just be quick and just a quick message for the consumer.
That's such a good point. I think again we might write a script that's exactly what our bio is. So there's a good distinction there, and I think it's important to remember too that consumers are looking for that video,
Right.
right? When
Yeah.
they go
And
to your profile.
yeah, exactly. And ironically, I had a woman come in a couple weeks ago, and she said, "I keep seeing my old video that I shot like 8 years ago." She said, "It keeps coming up. It keeps coming up." And I said, "Well, that's good because you're at top of search when people are searching your name." She said, "That's great, but I need to update it because I look different. I sound different. I'm doing different things. I have more experience now." So yeah, people are looking for that video. If I am deciding between two agents, one of them has this super long bio, the other one has this, quick 1 minute video, 30-second video, I'm going to watch the video first and see what that person is like.
Hmm.
And the video allows you to show your personality and see if the consumer is going to want to work with you based on that.
Very good. You mentioned somebody that hadn't updated their video in 8 years. So, what's the recommendation there? How often should you get these intro videos or promo videos updated?
Well, I would love for agents to update them every year, but I
Hmm.
know that the fear of being in front of the camera, just kind of makes you not want to come into the studio that often. But every year would be great. Every couple of years is okay. Definitely don't let it go by that long without updating. You've certainly, in the first video you did, you probably said, I was a 5-star realtor the past 3 or 4 years.
Mm,
Well, and then a couple years have gone by, and now you can include more numbers in there.
right.
So you want to come in and update it. We get different hairstyles. We look different. We've Some people change brokerages. You specialize in a different part of town now. So you want to keep those things updated so that when someone does click on it, they're not confused as to what work who they're gonna be working with.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, good. So let's talk a little bit about platforms because every platform really has options for video. Some have options for live video. And then there's also stories. So, where should realtors spend their time?
Well, they should. I definitely think you should find. I hate to tell people to do something everywhere because
Hmm.
you may not want to be all over the place, and maybe you just don't have the time, you don't have the bandwidth to let me go live on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and make this long video on YouTube. It's a lot of work. So definitely, live video has continually shown to get the most audience and get the most production back. So
Hmm.
like this interview that we're doing right now, this is live.
Hmm.
Now, what we usually do is we take this live video, we reproduce it into potentially a podcast, potentially
Hmm.
a video that goes on YouTube. So now you've taken that one live video and turned it into 3 or 4 different sources. So you definitely don't need to be overwhelmed with being everywhere because you can reuse content. But 100% live would be the way to go if you want to start. I know
Hmm.
that's a little scary because it's not polished, it's not perfect, you don't have a script, but think about the different things that you do as a realtor on a daily basis. You show homes, you can go live while you're doing a walkthrough in a home. You can go live when we're now, a lot of things are back in person now. You can go live when you're at an event and show realtors, hey, I'm at HAR Engage, show
Hmm.
consumers that you're learning something. I'm about to see so and so speak. I'm about to learn how to get better at selling your home, finding your home, negotiations. All of these things are places you can go live at that aren't,
Hmm.
just me in my car. Of course, you can go live in your car, like, hey, you know what I just learned? Interest rates are about to go up. Call me if you need any help. You just went live in your car and gave them some educational information that they can use. It's
Hmm.
not just, hey, I'm live, look at this awesome cloud in the sky. You're giving them something to remember, and that increases the chances that they're going to call you because they're going to
Hmm.
say, "Oh, I see her go live all the time. She's always giving me informative stuff. Let me give her a call." So, definitely live. Of course, if you don't want to go live, you can do other types of videos. I create YouTube videos and don't go live all the time.
Hmm.
And we repurpose those and turn them into reels on Instagram, and we use them on YouTube, and then we post them on our social media pages like Facebook. So definitely I would choose a platform for where you'd like to start and start using video there, and then, start to see and expand and put those on other platforms as well.
That's great. Such good advice. So you take that one piece of video content and repurpose it to other platforms or other avenues so that you're not recreating the wheel. That's wonderful advice. Um, so as far as length of time, obviously different types of videos will be longer or shorter. Is there a recommendation per platform, or do you have a recommendation for even, for different types of videos?
Yeah, they definitely, each platform has the length of time that they prefer. Obviously, TikTok prefers 10-second, 15-second videos, maybe even shorter sometimes.
Hmm.
Instagram Reels are a little longer than that at times. And then most YouTube videos that you watch are not 7 seconds long.
Hmm.
Of course, now YouTube does have shorts, and that's a whole nother section of it. But you're going to go to YouTube. YouTube is certainly like a search engine, and you're primarily going to YouTube to learn something and find something educational. I need to how to fix my washer dryer, Maytag brand, model number, whatever. That
Hmm.
video is going to be maybe a 10-minute video, but you'll probably watch the entire thing because it's informative and it's something that you're learning to do on your own. It's the same with real estate. If I want to just, again, share about interest rates or share about, hey, you guys, there's this great event coming up for consumers or for realtors or whoever, first time home buyers, there's a workshop happening at my brokerage on Saturday. That's a 15-second video that you can post
Hmm.
on Reels, you can post on TikTok. If you want to have an interview with an inspector so that you can inform your consumers about the inspection process, that might be a 5-minute video. And that's probably most popular on Facebook and on YouTube. Certainly, each platform has their preference and what they want to show the most, but definitely the most important part is creating some type of video and then placing it on those platforms.
Wonderful. I have more questions for Claudia, but if you have a question for her, go ahead and type those into the comments, and I'll take a look at those, and we'll handle as many questions as we can this morning. So you just got back from a global marketing conference, and I'm sure you learned a lot and are probably still trying to unpack everything. But what were maybe your top 5 takeaways for content that performs well for realtors?
It's really hard to pick five because there was so much information. It is jam packed, like 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Every hour there's a session, and your mind is just blown after all the information that you've ingested. It's a lot. So one of the things that for sure we're talking about video, and video is by far the most watched content online. Period. So if you're not creating video, you probably still have business, but you're losing out on new audiences and new clients. So every platform will prefer video. That includes Google, YouTube, Facebook. Video is going to be their first choice. We see that with Reels and TikToks as well.
Mhm.
So there's this one speaker that I just love, and I saw him twice now. And Marcus Sheridan, he said, if your company doesn't have a video department or a person designated only for video, you need to get one because video is so important. There needs to be a dedicated person to do it. Obviously, you guys are realtors. Most of you are, contractors. You're out doing everything on your own. I don't expect you guys to hire a video company, but that just goes to show you how important video is.
Mhm.
He talked about how his pool company in 2008 almost crashed, but because he started producing all these videos and answering questions about pools, his website, the traffic went through the roof, and he was able to save his company because he learned how to market his business with video. And that's saying a lot.
Mhm.
He didn't do anything new in his business. That's really what he did, is just market it differently, but heavily on video. And
Mhm.
that he credits to saving his business back in '08 and not going bankrupt. Um, that's one. Number two, one of the things that I saw was people want to be entertained and they want to learn something. That's why TikTok is so popular. People want to be entertained. You go on there because you're bored and you just want to see something really quick and laugh and, 15 seconds, whatever the time may be. But if you can entertain somebody and learn something at the same time, then that's great. So in our industry, it's always important to educate the consumer. You're
Mhm.
constantly trying to educate them on, what do I bring to the closing table? What's the market like today or tomorrow, or what's it going to be like next week? What do you think is going to happen? Should I move? Should I stay? Consumers have questions constantly about real estate industry. So
Mhm.
if you can solve that consumer pain point and answer that question for them, you now become their go-to person for answering the questions that they have, and they'll remember you, and they'll give
Mhm.
you a call later when that time comes that they want to sell that house. One big thing that I saw was that we tend to be really just a person that's online and trying to market themselves tends to try and do it all. And they're especially on platforms like Instagram and even YouTube as well. They mentioned you should find your niche, find what you're really good at. So if you specialize in first time home buyers, stick with that and capitalize it. And now you become an educator for first time home buyers. And yeah, you'll still talk about and help sellers and things like that, but try and do more with just that part, because now you become an ambassador for first time home buyers.
Mhm.
If you specialize in helping veterans and VA loans and all that type of stuff, then include that more, capitalize on it, and make yourself the ambassador for that subject. So we definitely want you to be more kind of narrow down your choices to something that you're really good at, and then go with that.
Yeah.
Um, it's okay to reuse content.
Mhm.
This is number 4. I
Mhm.
think a lot of people are afraid to, well, I didn't make it myself, so I don't want to include it on my Facebook page or on my YouTube channel or something. So a perfect example of that is we just created, you and I together worked on a Black History video, Black
Mhm.
History Month video for our Facebook page. It went on YouTube as well. Some realtors or some brokers may think, well, I don't have the resources to create something like
Mhm.
that, but I want to show on my platform that that I'm learning and I'm growing, and I want to post something about Black History Month, but I don't know what to say or do. Reshare our content. It's
Mhm.
We created it to inform people about the leaders that we have that have really just grown and evolved, but we created it so that you guys can share it and watch it and show your peers. So feel free to go to our YouTube channel, hr.com/hrtv, and reuse any of that content. There's neighborhood videos, there's market updates, there's tutorials, there's event recaps, there's all kinds of stuff. So go ahead and reuse it if you don't have the resources to create your own videos. And then one of the final things that I'll include is, overall, off of every speaker basically was saying the same thing. And you and I know this one speaker. He's been there before. We've seen him a few times. And he emphasized on his thing at the end of each speech is he says, the most human company wins. So, you want to be genuine. And I tell people that when they come into the studio, be yourself. They want to work with a human being, not a robot. So you want to show who you are, show that you're quirky, that you're funny, that you like to chat. Maybe you don't like to chat, maybe you're serious. Well, just show that in your video, and show that in all the videos that you produce and that you put out there for the world to see. Because again, this is a really important transaction that they're doing. They want to make sure they get to know the person, and that it's the person next door that's helping them out to buy or sell their home.
I think for some realtors that it's hard for them to dive in with video marketing. Number one, there's the fear of the camera and the things like that. But you also don't see that immediate return on investment, whether that be
Right.
time or money. But
Right.
it sounds like what you're saying is if you're showing up consistently and providing education and resources and information, that the consumers will be there.
Exactly. And the consistency is key. That is 100%. Like you. I mean, people see you at random places in Houston, and realtors recognize you. Why? Because they see you every Monday morning.
Hmm.
It's consistency. It's every week. I had a woman come into the studio a little after we closed down, and I had created all these weekly videos for video production at home. And she came into the studio and she said, I watched all of your videos, and I was learning how to make videos at home, but then I wanted to come in and do a polished one. But she said, I feel like I know you because I've seen
Hmm.
all your videos. And that's the point. She said, I want my consumers to feel that way about me. I want to create so many videos that they know who I am before we even see each other in person. So definitely consistency and putting those out regularly is a big help to get the consumer to know you.
Okay, wonderful. Tiffany had a question here. She said, "Do I need to be paying another company to be posting on platforms? Knowing where to find shareable content and consistency is the challenge."
Yeah, the like I said, reusing content definitely is okay. You can reuse content that we create. Another point is that we create a monthly market update. You can create your own market update with
Mm-hmm.
yourself, your face, and that way it's you that's giving the information and not, a third party. It definitely depends on your resources. If you have the resources to hire a third party to do all those things for you, great. But if you don't, it's definitely doable to do on your own. And you just have to, time manage and say, this part of the day, I'm going to focus on making videos. This part of the day, I'm going to focus on researching content that I can include.
Mm-hmm.
And you and I have talked about this. People ask, well, I don't know what to create, what to make. I've heard you tell people, well, if someone asks you the question more than once, that could be a video.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, like I was mentioning, Marcus Sheridan, he basically was creating videos that people were Googling on Google about his pools. He was like,
Mm-hmm.
somebody searched this. Well, I'm going to give them the answer.
Mm-hmm.
So start with the questions that you get asked all the time. So I asked a realtor the other day, what's I think it was WDI, and he said it's wood destroying insect. And I said, oh, okay. I thought that was just a termite. He said, no, because there's a lot of them. There's carpenter ants. There's this. And he said, you learned something new. I was like, yeah, something as simple as that is, you're letting the consumer know, hey, I know all this information. Let me share it with you.
Mm-hmm.
And if I know this much information, then I'm going to be really good at finding your dream home and selling your home.
Yeah. Tiffany just followed up saying, "Thank you for the encouragement and resources. Compliance is a big concern." So I think she's might be a little nervous about potentially sharing content that she shouldn't be sharing. But
Right.
definitely anything from HAR members
Yeah,
are.
yeah, and like you said, anything that we're creating, but also, go ahead and search and look at other brokerages and other
Mm-hmm.
realtors and see what they're creating. Realtors that are popular in LA or Austin or New York,
Mm-hmm.
and see what kind of content they're creating. Yeah, it may not look as polished or perfect, but you can replicate some of that stuff in your own way with your own personality. So, yeah, you want to double check and make sure that everything is in compliance and you're not accidentally practicing law. But go ahead and check out our page, check out other real estate pages, and just see what is okay to share. At
All
the end of
right.
the day, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to Trek and make sure that you are completely in compliance.
Great. Zelda asked, "When does the monthly market update come out?"
So we get the numbers the second Wednesday of every month. Is that correct?
Yes.
I'm asking you because I know that we coincide with it. We post it on social media, and then we start to produce it. We create the voiceover for it, and then produce the actual video for it. So you will see it and see the actual distribution of the video that Thursday or that Friday of the second Wednesday of every month. So the second won't necessarily be the second Thursday or Friday, but right after that Wednesday. And we share it across all platforms. It's on Instagram, it's on YouTube, it's on Facebook. So go to any one of those to find it, and then go ahead and share that on your platforms as well.
Great. Sandra says she was doing video on new build homes and it was working. She just needs to start again. And then she said, "Where can I get your HAR videos?" So we can post the link to the YouTube channel in the comments. It's har.com/HARTV.
Yes.
And that's where you house all of the video content
All
for
of our
realtors.
videos. Yeah. So, and then you'll find on the front page of that YouTube channel, you'll see the playlist, video production for realtors that I created in 2020. And I
Mm-hmm.
was getting a lot of questions of people like, well, I'm home and I want to learn how to look good on Zoom and how do you do lighting? So, I mean, I run the gamut from creating videos on your phone with no equipment to using professional DSLR equipment. So go ahead and look through that list. And if you have any other questions, definitely reach out to me for anything else.
Excellent. If you have any other questions for Claudia, go ahead and type them in. Um, So you've mentioned a little bit already about the agent videos that you do in studio. Tell us exactly the process and where agents can go to get information about potentially coming into the studio to work with you.
Yeah, we have obviously an HRTV studio at our central location. We've been producing agent videos for years there. The videos are $99 plus tax. If you decide to do more than one, we do offer discounts. I had a member come in last Friday and he did 10 videos. So people can do one or they can do 10. Of course, he is experienced. He's done several videos with me in the past. So he was able to get through them pretty quickly. I don't recommend that for a first timer, but once you get used to it, you end up, wanting to come back and do more. We keep it pretty turnkey. You come into the studio. I do help you with your script. I like to send you a script template, and you can write one up and send it to me. I can help you edit, bring it, make it shorter. Include things that you may not have thought of. And then you come into the studio. It takes about 30 minutes to actually produce the video. If you haven't seen the studio, it's at our central location. It is a green screen with lighting, with microphones, with proper cameras, with a teleprompter, so you don't have to memorize your script. And then usually it takes about a week or so for me to give you the final product afterwards. We then upload it to YouTube for you and to your HAR website or profile. So, like I said, fairly turnkey from start to finish. You just kind of have to show up and look pretty and be yourself on camera, and then we'll take care of the rest.
Very good. And you are about to start expanding those services, correct?
Correct. So we in within the next month or so, we will have a Montgomery County branch open, and then we will open scheduling for that on the same site, but you'll get to choose which location. Later on this summer, Bay Area should be ready to go, and then we'll move on to Fort Bend. So one of the things we do hear from members is, I want to make videos in the studio, but you guys are really far. They live in the Woodlands, they live in Galveston. So we're trying to expand that and create more opportunities for people to come in and produce videos.
Excellent. I'm going to put your email address on the screen for people who
Mhm.
have questions or want to follow up. Vanda said, do you help with makeup?
I don't. I do have some business cards of makeup artists that come in. I've heard that so many times, especially from women. You should have somebody doing makeup in here. But no, I do. I have people I can recommend to you. I know a lot of women that go to like the Sephora's or the Max or something and get their makeup done before coming in. So that's an option for sure. I think all they do is ask you to buy like a piece of makeup and they can do your makeup that day.
Okay, very good. Um, Denise asked, do you need to be a platinum member to have access to load a video to your profile?
No, no, you do not. As a matter of fact, when you're a platinum member, when you're a regular non-platinum member, you only have a profile. When you are a platinum member, you get the website. So yes, we can upload your video to just your profile. You don't have to have the website or be a platinum member. As a matter of fact, you could just be an affiliate of HAR
Mm.
and start using the video services as well. We have a lot of inspectors, mortgage lenders, and people that are affiliates with HAR, and they have come in to do videos in the studio.
Okay, very good. Carol asked about Rosaria County.
Those are the four where you see the four HAR branches. That's where you will see a studio. So the studio won't be standalone. It will be within the HAR branches. So wherever those are, that's where we'll be.
Very good. Britt said, is there different pricing for teams?
No, it's the cost is per video. So if you and your team want to come in and do 5 videos, it's the same as if one person wanted to come in and do 5 videos. So again, the cost is per video. I do not recommend more than 2 people on camera though. I just think it works better. The studio is not that big for you to be able to have proper audio and for more than 2 people to be looking at the teleprompter and reading the script properly. So if you wanted to say you have 5 people on your team, well, each of you can do a clip and then I can combine that into one video.
Okay.
So, of course, give me a call if there's something more specific, or send me an email if you have specific questions or ideas. I'm open to all ideas and different types of videos. So just let me know and we can work together to create that.
All right, very good. We actually, Chevelle said she does makeup. So we have
There
somebody here
you
in the
go.
comments that
Save
does
her
makeup.
contact info.
Yes. Can you repeat what you offer them when they, about scripting when they request video information?
Yeah, so I send you a script template, and then it's kind of basic, but it does cover a lot of the things that I said. And then you can send me what you have written or what you think sounds good. I also send you sample videos of other realtors that I think did a really good job of sharing a concise, clear message. So, along with the templates and the sample videos, and then you emailing me your script ahead of time and me helping you edit, that should be sufficient to get your script going. Most people, I would say most people already have an idea of what they want to say. So they've already got it typed up or they've been working on it. And so again, feel free to send that to me and I can help you tweak it along the way.
Okay, very good. Sorry, going back here. Dylan had a question. They said, I'm a veteran and my niche is veterans. I have an actual split suit and suit. What are your thoughts of the split suit as a part of the brand?
I've had people come in and do their videos, with their suits, with, all of their attire. I had a gentleman years ago that he called himself the kilted realtor, and he came and he shows homes in his kilt. So he did his video with his kilt. So again, if that's who you are and that's how you show homes and that's what you want to portray, definitely come in. I had somebody come in and do their video with their dog because their dog is with them 24/7. So that made sense for them.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, don't go out and do these things if that's not what you would do in a showing or if that's not how you would meet a client. So definitely, if you want to do more niche, like you said, with veterans, and that's the message you want to portray, for sure, come in, with your suit, and we can shoot the video that way.
Okay, very good. Um, Excellent. Just making sure I didn't miss any other questions. They were asking for your contact info, so we'll put it back up on the screen. Is emailing you the best way to get in touch?
Yes, for sure. Email is best. And again, I have all the template and sample videos that I can easily send you back. In the email as well, there's a link if you're ready to book your appointment. My biggest thing is getting your script ready before booking the appointment. That's always what at the last minute I get people, well, I'm not ready. So just be sure to be ready before you book the appointment so that, there's not a ton of schedule changing and you don't, now you're ready to go. So you can book it and have you in the studio.
Very good. So there are a lot of people in the comments saying, I need to do this. I need to get started with it. So what do you suggest to a realtor that's ready to dive in and get started with video marketing?
That's just it. Just get started. Just do it. I mean, I think so many people are just so afraid of the camera, but we've been on camera for 2 years now, and people are looking at your face all day, every day, and it's kind of hard to hide it. And when you go to a listing appointment, this is what you sound like. This is what you look like. So just go ahead and show that on video. It's okay. No one is thinking about you as much as you're thinking about you. So just you want to get over that fear and just do it, whether you're doing it on your own, on your phone, or you come into the studio and get it done. I do recommend having one polished profile video, having it done in the studio, or if you know another production company that does it. But that's your intro video. That's what people see online when they search your name or they go to your Facebook page or your YouTube channel or your profile. And then if you want to keep going, you can do those on your phone. Again, look at that playlist of production tips and use some of those tools that are in there. But definitely just get started and let's get over that fear and just get on camera.
Wonderful. Well, Claudia, thank you so much for taking time to share all this information with us this morning. It's been very helpful. People are saying in the comments, this is great, great stuff. Everyone just do it, Dan King said. So we definitely agree. Is there anything else that you wanted to share with our members today?
No, just other than just be on the lookout for the videos that we create, that we produce at HAR. Share those videos, reuse that content, like it, comment on it, go view it, and just reach out to me if you see something similar to that you would like to reproduce. I'm happy to help give you tips. Something if you can't find it on the playlist or on the website, or any questions that you may have later, I'm happy to help. So just reach out to me with anything you might have.
Well, thank you again, Claudia. I know this has been very helpful. I want to remind everyone that next Monday, we will be back with leaders from Texas Realtors. We are going to have Texas Realtors President and CEO Travis Kessler and Texas Realtors Chairman Russell Berry. So be sure to tune in for that. And I see more questions coming in for you, Claudia, but I'm sure you'll get in there in the chat and answer some of those questions one-on-one. And I'm sure there's going to be video emails coming your way.
Yeah. Email me and I'll get back into the live after we're done here and start answering some questions.
Wonderful. Well, thank you again for your time. And that is it for this Member Focus Monday. Have a great week, everyone. Bye-bye.